Good evening. Come on in tonight. Sorry about that noise. Didn't mean to do that. All righty. Tonight we are so very excited about what we're going to talk about tonight. And I just want to get started with letting everybody know that this week, from today until Saturday, we're actually going to be featuring indie authors. And indie authors are independent authors who have written their own book, self-published. And we're going to be for them this week. So we're going to have Michigan indie authors. We're going to talk about some of our local Flint authors. And then we're going to spotlight some authors from around the country and some of their books that are not in the read, because we can only, read so many books. I only had the 31 days, but there are so many great books out there, Afrocentric, and books that have made such a great impact. We want to make sure that we are just really honoring some great authors. So I'm telling everybody right now, hello, welcome in the room. Welcome. If you're watching, give us a shout out, share, please. Tonight, I'm actually going to read Panther in the Sky. And I'm going to try to do this without crying, because I have been, this has been scheduled for months. And this list has been scheduled again for at least over a month, the book reading, the list, the final list. And I've been crying all weekend and just kind of like in my feelings, thinking about Chadwick and his death, because it just keeps making me think about my uncle, who was a real, actual Black Panther. And he lost his life too young. He was only 22 years old. And so I'm going to try to read this book tonight. It might be a little bit emotional, but I think I'm going to get through it. All right. So if you would join in with me, I'm going to hold on one second. I'm sending something out. All right. And so we're going to read that book tonight. And I'm going to try again not to cry. All right. So we have such a great lineup for the book festival. I'm so excited. I don't know about you all, the people who have registered. And if you're joining in and you didn't register, look below. Please register. Please go to the site and register. We are giving away over $500 worth of books. Again, at a time where we're locked in and things are closed and shut off, and the libraries aren't open, and many schools aren't even open. A lot of people are doing virtual school. I know my grandson is doing virtual school. My nephews are doing virtual school. And so they don't have access to go into a real brick and mortar library right now. And so parents, this is the opportunity to win some great culturally affirming books. And you don't have to do anything. Show up on September 19th and register. It's that easy. And we're literally going to do the winner across the screen on a winner's wheel. So you will see it. It's not rigged, and we'll be able to see who gets to win. You do not have to live here in Flint, Michigan. Now, our books that we are doing, that we donate, are going to the children here in the city of Flint, Michigan. So we have a nonprofit, Kingdom Influence, and one of our missions for Kingdom Influence is to put books, libraries, create libraries for children in need. And so that's what we're working on and doing, but that's separate. This book festival and this book giveaway, you better enter, because you could be the one walking away. Each set, and I'm not going to tell you, I'm just going to show you. So hold on just one moment. Let me show you.
Put your fist up. Put your fist up. Put your fist in the air. Put your fist up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So that's our little promo. Black Power, Scream It Loud. Tonight, again, we're going to read a book talking and dealing with Black Power. But Black books matter. Representation matters. It's so very important that our children see books that look like them. If we want to change lives and we want to change the trajectory of families, we want to get families out of poverty, then one of the best ways is education. We got to change our view. We have to change our systematic educational structures that we have. And so one of the main things is to make sure that we have books. 20 years ago, 9% of all books of people of color, all color, anything outside of Caucasian, literally only 9% of published books had them represented. A couple years ago, it's gotten up to 22%. I think right now it's about 25%, but still 25% is not a lot. It's just put it's a small drop when you consider how many books are published by major publishing houses a year. And I'm talking about children's books. And so it's very important for us to make sure that, we push the publishers to publish more books that have representation, but also support indie authors. And so that's what we're talking about tonight. I might be with you a little bit longer tonight because I want to share some things about the book festival as we go into our indie week. And so we hope you enjoy. Today is day 11. Again, if you're watching, if you don't mind, you want to chat back and forth, you're welcome to. I can see your comments and your posts. If you'd like to shout out where you're listening from, that would be really great. Tonight, we're going to read Panther in the Sky. And I am the author of Panther in the Sky. Again, if you came on late, I did already have this planned out. So I'm hoping I can read this without getting emotional. All right. So I'm going to read the dedication page because I want people to understand why I actually wrote Panther in the Sky. To my uncle, Mark Clark, who sacrificed so that others may have a more fulfilled life. So my uncle was Defense Captain Mark Clark in the Black Panther Party of the Illinois chapter. He started the Peoria, Illinois chapter, and then he went on to Chicago to start working. He was assassinated at the age of 22. So I never got a chance to sit on his lap. I never got a chance to, I got a chance to sit on his lap. I was 3 when he died, but I never had a chance to grow up with that. I never had a chance to listen to all of his wonderful stories, to see his wonderful artwork, because he was phenomenal at that. He was so talented. He was a great orator. Again, he brought together the city and started the free breakfast program. And so that's what this book honors. So I'm going to read, part of it. I'm not going to read the entire thing because, again, I want to talk about some of the other indie authors. Ebony was so excited. It was her first day of school. She had been looking forward to this day all summer. Ebony eagerly grabbed her mother's hand as they stepped off the porch. She said, "Mom, tell me Uncle's story again." Ebony's mom replied, "Sure, but let's get you in your seatbelt first." Ebony's mom snapped the seatbelt in place. Then, in her big mama storytelling voice, she began telling the story of Uncle. The panther in the sky could be seen all the way down MacArthur Highway. I knew I was getting close to the building. I was always excited when I saw the yellow eyes of the Black Panther. Soon I would be helping pass out the breakfast to the children. I loved giving out the breakfast, the food with Uncle. The smell of food would fill the entire room. "More!" bellowed Ebony. "All right, I'm telling a story," Mom quickly exclaimed. I would help Uncle give out the hot breakfast to all the neighborhood children before they started their walk to school. He knew if children were hungry, they could not learn in school. Uncle and the Black Panther Party worked hard to teach the children in the neighborhood about how important it was to know Black history. They taught things they didn't teach at school. They also taught them how to read and do math. Uncle was so smart. I loved when he walked me to the headquarters. I knew it would be an exciting day. Ebony cut Mom off. "Mommy, get to the good part." Mom finished telling the story. Uncle picked me up and gently set me on the counter. He told me about how strong, intelligent, and beautiful we are as Black people. His face beamed with pride as he raised his fist in the Black Power salute, saying, "All power to the people." He told me that he and the Black Panther Party had a war on poverty. Uncle always explained the big words to me. He knew I loved big words. I like to use them to impress people. He would explain that a war is when you fight against someone who is against you. Then he'd go on and tell that poverty was when you don't have the things you need to survive. That's why we fed children hot breakfast before going to school, he would often say with a serious look in his eyes. I was a lot like you, Ebony, Mom delightfully exclaimed. I would be so excited that I would ask lots of questions while he talked. Lots and lots and lots of questions. He was my hero. He was always generous to me. Uncle loved children. Uncle was an amazing leader. He was a civil rights activist. That meant he loved helping people in the community and making it a better place to live, work, play, and buy goods and services. He was learning from other activities in other cities. The Black Panthers passed out free breakfast and clothes across the country. They helped the elderly and they helped the community get medical care. Free clothes? Why? Ebony questioned. Ebony, we're almost at school, so let me finish the story, Mom whispered to her, peeking in the rearview mirror. She continued. They gave out free clothes because everyone wasn't as blessed as you. They couldn't afford to go to the store and buy new clothes. Many of the people lived in poverty. Ebony chimed in. Okay, okay. I remember you said poverty is when you don't have enough money to survive. Many people did not have enough money for food, clothes, and medical care. So Uncle joined the Black Panther Party to help the community get the things they needed. The founders, Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, started the Black Panther Party for self defense with 10 points. Ebony asked, "What are the 10 points?" Mom answered, "Well, they're like the rules. They had 10 rules to tell others what they wanted for the community. It's like your dad and I teaching you about civics. 10 points are like your social contract at school. The Black Panthers wanted the government or people that make laws or rules to agree to do this. It was behaviors. Because you
All right. So I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm on my phone now. I don't know what happened. And, I will make some guesses and some different things. I've been having a lot of problems. Even Facebook has been taking down my videos because of my theme song. Is actually talking about Black Power. Until then, none of them were taken down. All of a sudden, yesterday, 5 of my videos were taken down. So I'm going to continue. I did stop reading the book because I am getting emotional. For the people that may be watching that don't know the story, again, my uncle was 22 years old when he was assassinated at the hands of the police. And so all of the turmoil that's going on in the country right now is very personal. And then this weekend, hearing the news of Chadwick, it really it sent me somewhere, because when I listened to everybody talking about him and how he just really blessed people, and it's really great that we got a chance to see a superhero um, where representation mattered. But I actually had my family we had our own superhero that was a real life superhero doing some real life things. So not discounting on the screen or anything like that. Chadwick is an awesome, phenomenal actor, and I have just been mourning his death. I don't know him, have never met him. Um, haven't watched a lot of things that he's even been in. Some of the stuff recently, and then when I go back, I'm like, oh my God, he was on the stories. Didn't know that. I think I've watched, before maybe one of those episodes. I don't watch a lot, but just to see all of that, my heart has just been heavy, because then I started thinking about, again, my family and what it had to be like. I was a little child, so I couldn't understand it. But when I wrote the book in 2018 and published it in 2019, well, rewrote it. I wrote it back in 1994, and my manuscript got messed up. It was emotional. It took me, like, literally, I could have been done with the book in a matter of a couple of weeks. It wasn't a hard, because I'd already written the manuscript and I remembered the story, the line, rather the plot and everything. Just had to fill the stuff in and get it edited and everything. So it wasn't that difficult, but it was a difficult process because I was mourning and I couldn't understand why. It's been 50 years since my uncle was assassinated, but it brought back so much heaviness, especially with what's going on, in our country today and everything. And so if you have not picked up a copy, I had a commercial that's going to go in there. Panther in the Sky. I had it on sale last week. And for today, if you want to get it, I put the sale back on the sales. You can get 2 books for $15. That book is normally $12.99, so that's a great deal. And so again, if you want to do that, it's ubuntupress.org. I'll put that information down in the show notes. Or I'm so used to podcasting, I'll put that down in the comments. Show notes are in my podcast. Anyways, this is going to be Indie Week. I had to get myself together. Help me out. I appreciate my friends and everything that got on. Thank you so much. I see that a couple of you made some different comments and things. I greatly appreciate that. We are talking about culturally affirming books. Today is day number 12. And again, I read my own book. So this week, I'm going to be reading books from indie authors. So ones that self-publish. And we need to really support self-published authors. And there's so many of them that have brought some great books to light. Topics and themes and different things. And we have some great ones that we're going to be sharing. I just got this goodie in the other day. And the author of this, Antonio Hunter, he's actually going to be on. And it's called A is for Ambition. And it's a marvelous, oh my God, and beautifully illustrated book. And so if you don't know some of these titles, check them out, get them. Again, support indie authors, as well as let's support Black-owned bookstores. Many of them have gone out of commission, and they're no longer, in service because, some of the big bookstores and frankly, Amazon has taken over a lot. And I'm on Amazon, but I'm on Amazon to try to make it, easy for some people that I can't get to. But I ask people to order my books on my website, or again, try to go through a Black bookstore. And so support that and do that. And it's not about, excluding people or anything like that, but it's definitely about making sure that we can really make changes. We can't make changes if we don't change the economics. We can't make changes if we don't change education. We can't make changes if we don't change the political system. We can't make changes if we don't change institutions such as prison, the school to prison pipeline, that I've been in education for almost 30 years and have dealt with that. And one very important thing is reading. Reading. It's so very important. So that's why my husband and I are trying to put books in the homes of children that do not have libraries. My children had a library growing up. I didn't. So I made sure I was on overkill. Like literally, I had hundreds and hundreds. I'm not exaggerating. My first year teaching, I bought $2,000 worth of books, and that was back in the 90s. So when I tell you that was a lot of books, that was a lot of books. I actually cataloged all of my books, and I would let people sometimes check out the books, and I had my little library slip cards in. They had to check them out, because books are so very important. So very important. So again, please register if you have not. Share this video with someone else. And if they take it down, just share the website. They can't mess with my website. My website is mine. But share. This information is so very important. I'm going to see if it's going to let me. Nope. It's not going to let me show you what I was trying to show you from my screen. So I'm going to do the commercial again, because it's going to show you the books that are in the book pack. So there's 3 bundles that we're giving out. In addition, I'm going to be giving my book out every hour. I'm going to be giving my book randomly, just at different times. We're just going to be doing stuff. So people that have conversations, so the people that are on right now, shout out and say something to me. All right, I see. Crystal, all the way from Virginia. Thank you. They love my book. Oh my God, her son Chancellor is just so phenomenal. He's an incredible reader, and Chancellor has literally done an amazing job with making me feel so special. And so Chancellor is going to be one of our guests, and that's what I was trying to show you. And it's not going to let me show you because, again, I got booted off of there. So I'm on from my phone. Like my internet just got totally knocked out. So I'm going to show you the commercial again so that you can see the book bundles. All right. All 3 book bundles are at the end.
Put your fist up.
Put your fist up.
Put your fist in the air.
Put your fist up.
Yeah. Put your fist up. What we want, what we need, what we deserve. Freedom. Black power, scream it loud.
All right. So the book bundles are on there. So if you want to go back and look, and I'll again try to put the actual individual pictures so you can see the books. One set of books is worth almost $130. Another set of books almost is $150. And then I have a set of books, the 3rd set of books that we're giving away the last hour of the festival. It is worth $168. Yes, you don't have to do anything but register. It's free. But you have to register in order to be put on the winner's wheel. And so we're going to be spinning the winner's wheel, and we're going to see who's going to be able to get. I know you can use some culturally affirming books. I know right now, in a time that, money is a little bit tighter, we're trying to, save, and well, at least I am. We haven't been spending during COVID. I put money away and put money aside. I'm saving right now. And so if you're like that, then you want to make sure you use somebody else. Use me. So you need some books. Come on, register so you can get those books. So tomorrow, come back. We're going to have some great indie books that we're going to be sharing. On Tuesday, we're going to have some Flint authors that we're going to be talking about that are indie authors and sharing their books. On Wednesday, we're going to have some children coming in, and they're going to share. There's some of the children that are part of the festival. They're going to be some of the participants. So come back and enjoy them. And then the same thing Thursday, we're going to have a couple of young people. And then Friday and Saturday, we're going to have some adults that are part of some special guests that are part of the panel. And they're just going to be talking about some, just some relative things right now. Representation matters. So again, if you're interested in some of the books that you've seen, go out and purchase them. Support, especially support other indie authors. And then secondly, share. Share this video. I'm not asking for it from me. I'm asking for the content to be given to other people because it is so relative. It's so very vital right now that this information could help some parents. We have a lot of them that are virtually schooling, and then we have some that are actually pulled their kids out of the school and they're homeschooling. This would be some great information for them. So share, share, share. And I appreciate it. Shoot me a comment if you found some value in this. And if you are watching by replay, you're watching later on, hashtag replay and, say something about it. But give me some feedback. And again, I love to have you all week. It's Indie Week. So we're going to be celebrating indie authors, self-published authors. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for indulging me. Thank you for watching me cry. I'm going to get myself together, but my prayers go out to Chadwick, to his family, to friends, to fans, to everyone that is grieving right now. God bless you all. And again, we shall overcome and we shall get past because we know how to do it together. My business name is Ubuntu, which means I am we. I am because we are. I am you. In other words, I go further and I'm able to stand on the shoulders of giants because of the fact of who has come before me. So be that person that impacts, be that person that helps. So share some valuable information and thank you so much for your time. I will see you on tomorrow. See you later.